Hey, it's your boy Sergeant Hooked Intentions. So today is our review of episode 36 of Zenkaiger. This is a pretty good episode. It did a good job of doing a good job of holding on to the main storyline thread, which was last episode Stacy taking Hakaiser away because he doesn't want to let Hakaiser go, even though Hakaiser is technically Kaito's dad, Isao. Um, and also onto the a bit with Zox is a big part of it, and like the monster of the week. So the big thing this week is this like spring boxing box spring boxing spring wait what is it, Jack in the Box, yeah, Jack in the Box world, there we go. And so his power is to put like springs and stuff and make things not work the way they're supposed to. And he ends up doing it to all the Zenkaigers so their Gearlingers don't work the right way unless they hold it closed, and to Zox as well. And Zox actually comes up with a pretty in-depth plan to like basically use to use to capture Jack in the Box world and use him as bait to bring out Hakaiser so they can fight him again, get his battery down, and hopefully be able to, break him out of his conditioning and get Isao back. Um, and it's a pretty good plan, a little bit of a dark one that we've seen that very much from Zox in a while. I think last time was probably in the teens somewhere when he was like not caring about like shooting near like civilians and everything. But it was kind of nice to see him take charge, and that he sees it very important even to him to get Hakaiser out. That he sees it. I don't think he sees it the same way as Kaito does. That it's his dad and everything. That kind of that's important to him. But more of him, it's like let's just take out one more threat. So there's one less threat to have to deal with. That we can finally get this gear we need for the Utopia gear. So I thought it was really interesting. There's been some really good moments in this episode with Stacy and Hakaiser as well. Mainly Stacy being kind of excited and happy that he finally has a teammate, but also kind of dealing with the fact that he, is definitely like kind of letting Yachan down, Yatsude down. I kind of think that what we'll probably get is Yatsude convincing him to officially join the team, and then he'll break through to Hakaiser to bring Isao back out of it, and both of them will join. So then we'll have an 8-person team pretty much. But maybe not. Who knows? But we get some really good moments here, especially with Zox trying to transform, but he can't because the thing keeps opening and his gear keeps falling out and all of that because of the spring mechanic. And it's really, really entertaining. This episode was really, really fun. But what I like about it, and like I've said with pretty much the whole show all the way through, is that it can be equal parts entertaining and goofy as hell, but also push the plot forward pretty well also. And it makes me really happy because not all Sentai can do that all the time. Sometimes their tone can be more serious, so there's a little bit less goofy, but they got their story there, or it can be really, really, really goofy, and the story is just kind of like, where did it go? Case in point, like Akiba Ranger. I love Akiba Ranger. What is that story? I think it's kind of the point. Like it's making fun of like serious storylines in Sentai, but still. But yeah, you get some really good back and forth with the team. Them trying to pep up Kaito that hey, we're gonna get your dad back and blah blah blah, and him kind of thinking to himself like, I wonder why Stacy would do this. Like he clearly has good feelings towards Gachan. Why would he want to hurt her by not helping to bring Isao back, So that was really cool, and I like how the plan with Zox ended up with him fighting Brashatara actually instead of Hakaiser, so I thought that was really cool. Hakaiser still fights, and we do get a pretty funny scene. So, like I said, the Jack in the Box world monster is able to like make things like spring and like not work the way they're supposed to and blah blah blah, and so he does it to the Gearlingers and the Geardelinger, right? And so they do this thing, oh my god, where the team is like all the main like core 5 Zenkaigers are like helping each other hold down the little like thing where the gear goes. I have my Gearlingers right over there in a box. Actually, I'm going to be moving soon, so it's packed away right now. But anyway, where it holds the gear in, and they have to hold the little compartment thing down so the spring opens. So they're like doing it in a chain for everybody, and then as they do that, and then with their other hand, they're like cranking it so they can transform, and then of course Zox needs to. And we've seen Zox before clearly transform one of two ways, right? The whole dance thing, the dun 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 dun, that whole thing. Or he just straight transforms, right? Like really quickly. He chooses specifically now where it's much more difficult for him to dance transform because, he needs to be held down on his arm at least and it's gonna be really difficult to do that. He doesn't care. My man fucking dance transforms, even though everybody's like holding on to him while he's doing it. So you have Kaito as Zenkaiger, holding on to him like, whoa, wait, and then this, and then that. He's trying to keep up with them. The show is just is perfection. It has already entered my top 5 Super Sentai seasons, honestly. So anyway, that was really entertaining and a lot of fun to see happen because he has a very serious look on his face. Everybody else is like, "What's going on?" and really scared. So anyway, we go on with the episode and they fight. And they end up using the Go-Go 5 gear, like Lightspeed Rescue, American adaptation name, if you're not familiar with Go-Go 5. And that helps them rescue, so they get in there and they can rescue people out of the building. That there's like some people in a building that got attacked by the monster. I'm pretty sure that, or Kaito, or somebody, whatever. And one of the other best moments that happens in the episode is just like the last episode where Jiron got to use the finale buster. This time, Vroon, he's like, "Oh, you do it, Vroon," and he's holding on to it. And he's like, and he, shoots it to hit the monster and destroy him. And of course, it does it. And if you forget, Vroon can detach from his bottom half and come back together, like magnetically or whatever it is. That happens. He's like, "Poof," and he goes flying back. The top of his back is top half of his body, and Jiron just goes, "Okay, cool, we beat the monster." he does it like it's such a normal thing to them. It's just like not even phased. This fucking show, man. I love it. I love it dearly. It is the zaniest, goofiest fucking like drug trip of my like fever dream, but I just, like I said, I don't want to wake up from it. I just want to live in this dream forever. Anyway, so they beat the monster, of course. They fight him, in the I don't know that they use Zenryoku Zenkaio. I don't remember. But they do defeat him in the mecha fight. And, of course, Stacy escapes with Hakaiser. And basically, like, adheres to his resolve that, like, I'm not going to let Kaito take this away from me. And, like, Kaito has... he even says it during the battle. Like, you're basically telling me he's greedy. Like, you have everything. Don't take this away from me. I know he's your dad, but he's also something important to me, too. Like, for once, I have somebody on my side. Like, everybody in this entire empire is against me and hates me and doesn't think anything of me, but at least he does. So it's really sad. Stacy is clearly comes from a very abusive environment, so it's really cool to see like him have some kind of support. So overall it was a really good episode. I like that it did a good job, I think anyway, of kind of marrying the like plot of the week with also the main plot pretty well. The main plot was like maybe like a little bit less than the plot of the week, but not to like a stupid extent to where there was like no plot at all. I know that scans coming out pretty soon showed some kind of monster that can bring back like dead relatives or something. And there's supposed to be some like I think Jiron's grandpa, and I want to say we see Stacy's mom as well. Stacy's mom, ha ha ha. Anyway, so that'll be interesting to see what they do with it, how they play that necessarily. Next episode seems to be a Majin and Flint focused episode. And I wish they would just let old girl just fucking transform. Just change Zenkai finally, please. Or, like, change E3 Kai. I don't know. Something. Like, I just want her to transform. She deserves it. She's such a good part of the team. She's always thinking of different plans to use and, like, come up with new tech. She made the Zenkaiju gear. She made the two Kaiser powers. Like, come on. Anyway, so, really entertaining episode. I will say I'd probably give this one probably a strong... maybe a strong 8.5 or 9 out of 10, somewhere around there. It wasn't like an awful episode necessarily. I was just wanting a bit more push on like the main plot with the Kaiser and everything. But again, they're probably going to break through to him, and then eventually he'll join the team. Maybe not in his like Kaiser form, maybe a new form, whatever, repaint. I don't know. And I do think that we're going to eventually get Stacy reforming his ways. There's a lot of people that have a big brain theory. They think that Stacy is going to be our Dunn Brothers Red. In Dawn Brothers for the next Sentai, Avatar Sentai Dawn Brothers. They think that he's going to be the Red for that. It's possible. It did say that it was a character that would be introduced in this season that would then carry on to the next season. I also think it's possible they don't. Maybe if like his Stacer powers get destroyed and then he like still stays with the team and then he gets new powers. I don't know, but it's possible. I also would be okay if it was somebody new as long as they're introduced within the next few episodes so we know who they are a little bit before they become leader of the next team. But I do like the whole like carryover thing of like, kind of like the Zordon era where like the cast carry over and stuff like that. That there's possibility of Zenkaiser and Jiron carrying over and kind of being part of Down Brothers. Not the team fully, but at least Jiron being part of the mecha and other things. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they pull it all together. But yeah, really entertaining episode. What did you guys think of episode 36? Did you guys like it? Did you guys think that the plot was handled really well? Do you think that they need to speed things up a little bit? As far as videos and stuff coming up soon, I did put out my revised episode 11 review. I'm kind of late. I've been really busy this week showing the house and getting that sold and stuff like that. And probably gonna do a Toku Toy review on the Serval Tiger and Dire Wolf progress keys that just came. I could give two shits less about the movie because I've already seen it and it pissed me off. So, probably won't talk about the movie, but I'll definitely do a Toku review of those progress keys, what they do in both the Shot Riser and the what's it called? The 01 driver as well, the Hedon driver. So yeah, definitely some Toku reviews on that. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep up with Zenkaiger and Revice as much as I can. It might be a bit of a pause for a little bit, just because if we end up selling the house sooner than I am aware of, then we might be without internet for a bit, which means I won't be able to upload. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the episode below in the comments. Let me know, did you guys like the video? Did you guys dislike it? Did you guys agree, disagree, whatever? Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for the followers on Twitter. I'm at like 320, 330 something subscribers, which is crazy to me. Doing well on TikTok as well, and clearly here on YouTube. I appreciate all of you guys subscribing. But until next time, stay attentions. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.